The South African Local Government Association says coalition arrangements need to be regulated to ensure stability. SALGA is hosting a seminar aimed at finding ways to foster effective governance partnerships ahead of the upcoming elections. As we know, unstable coalitions have been blamed for poor service delivery in a number of municipalities.
After elections, you come and sit on the room as political parties. You share the spoils of the elections. And in that process, you are not glued up of the processes of government that you are asking the individuals to enter into government. It's just like you ask a plumber to build your house. His role is not to build, but is to create systems that you have in terms of sewer network and water network. And this is the situation that we are seeing in South Africa today because we are unable to deal with the elephant. As a result, we've got bad results, which today we blame those results to other people.
Now, Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo attended that event, and he joins us now live. An incredibly important conversation, Juniour, especially in the build-up to the elections, and with many predictions telling us about the fact that coalitions are here with us to stay.
Indeed, Michelle, a very important discussion that was had today. It's actually coming 90 days, exactly 90 days before the national and provincial elections that are expected to take place on the 29th of May. So SALGA was basically preparing South Africans for the eventuality of a possible coalition in provincial and national level. So in terms of preparing South Africans, SALGA had invited individuals from different countries that have already experienced coalition governance at a national level. One of those individuals is actually with me, Mr. Christopher Schmidt from the German embassy. So how has the German government managed to make coalitions work for such a long time?
Yes, you're right. Germany has had a lot of experience with coalition governments. In the 75 years of our democracy, there's rarely been a time where one party has won an outright majority. So we've had a lot of opportunity to develop mechanisms to make coalitions last over the whole legislative period. So I think one of the most foundational things is that we have developed a political culture of trust and of compromise that is the basis for any building of a coalition. And then we have certain mechanisms, certain conventions, political conventions that have been practiced over the years that enable parties to come together and form lasting coalition agreements. And then there's also the question of transparency and of holding the government accountable, and that is where the civil society comes in, and it plays a very important role to hold government accountable.
In South Africa, we've seen coalition governments at a local government level, not at a national or a provincial level. But even at that local government level, the priority for most parties is always the positions. You spoke about prioritizing policies over positions. Can you please elaborate on that?
Yes, in Germany we have made the experience that for a coalition to be really durable and long-lasting, the parties have to come together and forge some agreement on what they want to achieve together for the people in the country. So it is quite common in Germany that parties who want to form a coalition actually first negotiate all the contents, all the policy contents of their agreement, and only when they have reached agreement on what they want to achieve during their joint government, then they will start to talk about which party gets which ministries and who will actually fill the positions.
Okay, thank you so much. That is Mr. Christopher Schmidt from the German embassy. As you know, the German government has actually been in coalition for over 75 years. So he was one of the individuals that were invited here by SALGA to basically share the experiences of the German government and how they deal with coalitions at a national level, Michelle.
Yeah, important discussion that. Juniour Khumalo, thanks very much indeed.